Hello everyone and welcome back to Color Scholar. In this video we will learn how to make clouds entirely in Photoshop, and using this technique you can create amazing text or shape effects. The assets are available for download in the description. Just download the zip file and extract it. Then with your Photoshop open, double click on the clouds to load it in the Photoshop, and then do the same for the patterns as well. After we are done installing the assets, let's head to Photoshop. I will make a new document of 1600 by 1200 and 72 resolution. I will then bring in my background image and fill the canvas. You can use your own image as well. Now I'll use my text tool to type in some text, and I'll use the font Harabara. The size is 300 points and the color is white, and I'll type in clouds. Now in the layers panel, I'll right click over here and select convert to shape to make our text into a work path. I'll make a new layer and name it Cloud Effects 1, and with the shape layer selected, I will go to Paths panel and double click and name it Path 1. Then I'll go back to the layers panel and select the empty layer. I will select the brush tool and use the brush that I just installed with 160 size and opacity and flow at 100%. The color is white. In the Paths panel, I will then click on the icon over here and select Stroke Path. Here I will choose the brush tool and keep Simulate Pressure checked on. Now in the Layers panel, I will hide the shape layer for now. I will then duplicate the Cloud Effects layer to make the clouds more dense. Then I'll duplicate the shape layer and rasterize it. Then I will go to Filter, Blur and Gaussian Blur and blur it 10 or maybe 8 pixels. I will select all three layers and merge them with Ctrl+E. In the next step, we will add some layer styles to this layer. Just double click on the empty area to open up the layer styles. Keep the fill at 0% and add pattern overlay. Select the cloud pattern that we just installed. Opacity is 100% and the blend mode is green. After that, add bevel and emboss with the following settings. Keep the angle at 110 degrees and white color for highlights, with dark blue color for the shadow mode, as my background sky is blue. Choose your color depending on your image. Now I will darken some part of the cloud, and for this I will load up the selection by holding my Ctrl key on the keyboard and clicking on the thumbnail and then applying the Levels Adjustment layer. You can see we have now applied a layer mask with our selection, and any changes will only affect our specified area. Now I will darken the clouds a tad bit. You can toggle the eye icon to see the effect applied. Now I'll make a new layer on top and name it Cloud Effects 2. Then I'll go to the Paths panel and activate my path. I will get my brush tool, and this time I will select another brush, Top Cloud, with opacity and flow at 100%. Color is white. After that, I will make Stroke Path and select Brush with Simulate Pressure. In order to make the path disappear, just click anywhere in the Paths panel and the path will be invisible. Now in the Layers panel, I will load up the selection of the shape layer. No need to make it visible. Then I will go to Select, Contract and contract it by 5 pixels. And again through Select, Feather 5 pixels as well. With the selection still active, I will apply a layer mask. Now the effect is only confined to the text in the layer mask. Now I will brighten the clouds for this layer. So I will load the selection by control clicking the layer mask and then apply Levels Adjustment layer. I will then brighten the clouds a little bit. Next, I will create a new layer on top and name it Additional Clouds. I will then use the same brush with color white and decrease the opacity to 60% and then start painting in the text to make them appear more visible. When that's done, I will then blur this layer by using Gaussian blur to about 2.5 pixels. Now I'm going to put all these layers in a group and call it clouds. Then I will apply a layer mask, and using the black color, I will remove some clouds to give my text some clarity so that it is easily readable. You can check your result by holding the Shift key and clicking on the layer mask. We can make our effect even more interesting by adding in some clouds here and there. For this, I will be using the cloud image, which you can download. Then I will make a duplicate copy and apply auto contrast to this layer. I will then duplicate it again, and now I will make the image black and white. I'm going to use one of the presets available, which is high contrast red filter. Then I will go to the channels panel and select any one of the channels and duplicate it by dragging it to the new channel icon. Then I will press Ctrl+L to bring the labels and make the blacks more dark and the whites more bright. After that, holding the Ctrl key, I will click on a thumbnail to load up the selection and then move to the layers panel and activate the contrast layer. I will copy the selection using Ctrl+C and then get back to my working canvas and paste it over there. I will then position these clouds around the text. The blend mode is screen. I will then make a duplicate copy and hide the top layer for now. After that, using the layer mask, I will delete some clouds using a soft round brush and black color. I will do the same thing for the top layer as well. And this is the final effect that we get from this process. You can delete the background layer as we don't need it anymore. I will then merge all the layers using Ctrl+Shift+Alt+E to make a stamp visible layer and make it a smart object. Then I will go to Camera Raw Filter and apply some basic adjustments. And this is the final image after some color grading. That's all for today. I hope you learned something new, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel to get my new videos instantly. Thanks again for watching. See you next time on Color Scholar.